Yo, this is the most gaslighting I've ever seen in one video in my entire life. Delivered by none other than one of the cornerstone demons of the cabal of serpentry.
At this point...
Oh my god, you're unattractive!
You can't call what Trump is running a campaign.
Oh, really? What is it, Joy? A manic corn dog inhaler flailing around the country talking about tampons in boys' bathrooms? And an unelected, mediocre DA who dated her way to political power and money? Who's being propped up by the exact same billionaires and power brokers that pay your paycheck, that have had a stranglehold on the country for 12 out of the last 16 years, and ruined nearly every major city in America?
As friend of the show David Corn points out in Mother Jones, what Trump and J.D. Vance and House and Senate Republicans are running is a massive disinformation campaign aimed at warping Americans' reality.
I don't think any president has lied as much as the Biden administration. And I don't think any campaign has gaslit as much as Krusty's. The lying and gaslighting is far too extensive to list here. But inflation is transitory. The border is secure. Oh yeah, and there's 800,000 new manufacturing jobs. The overwhelming majority of which were just recovered jobs from before the clam dem. But okay, Joy.
And they're doing it...
Sorry, it's the zoom in. Ooh.
With violent, terrifying, and sometimes bizarre conspiracy theories that set the table for maybe armed resistance to a Kamala Harris win.
Oh, dangerous conspiracy theories, you say? Like that Donnie staged what happened to him in Butler, Pennsylvania? Or maybe that he quotes murderous evil dictators, or perhaps he wants to be one. Wouldn't that be the type of dangerous conspiracy theory that sets the stage for supposed armed rebellion, saying that he's the second coming of a dictator that murdered millions of people?
Or mass acceptance of American fascism.
Oh, American fascism. You mean like taking away Second Amendment rights, limiting First Amendment rights? Installing an unelected political puppet that received no primary votes? Like silencing opposing voices on social media? Jailing meme makers? Weaponizing lawfare against your political components? Like that type of fascism?
Trump and Republicans backed by far right-wing billionaires like Elon Musk.
No, right-wing billionaires like TDS brain rot Mark Cuban, who thinks that the mainstream media is right-wing. What about Oprah? Bill Gates? Far more of these demon billionaires support Krusty. Arthur Blank, Michael Bloomberg, Reid, Seed Oils Hoffman.
And right-wing media and anti-woman manosphere podcasts are creating social media or gaming social media apps like X Twitter in Trump's favor and pumping disinformation into the brains of Trump supporters.
That's hilarious! The right wing is gaming social media by posting in the one place that they can actually post. And by gaming, she just means contributing there. Oh my god, this gaslighting, insufferable demon. Every single social media platform imaginable, including what X formerly was, and every search engine and search result on the entire internet has been artificially gamed for years. That is literally exactly what they did. Provable, objective fact.
And in many ways, the disinformation campaign is working.
You mean like the mainstream media disinformation campaign? To convince supposedly half the country that the lowest rated vice president in American history that received no primary votes is suddenly some competent leader that's different than the current administration that she's a part of?
These Republicans today believe everything from Democrats secretly manipulating the weather from a secret base in Alaska.
Weather modification's been true for many, many decades. I've never heard this Alaska theory, and I'm pretty tuned in, but okay. Okay, I'll give you one back. Base level Democrats believe that if you slice and dice your Pen 15 and take hormone blockers, that you can become your authentic self in the other Gendi. Base level Democrats believe that if you just pay more taxes, then we can make the weather more gooder. Base level Democrats believe that the exact same billionaires that use the most carbon that jet set around the entire planet are fighting to protect that exact same planet. Because they say it.
To Trump being incapable of losing this election. He's winning in a landslide.
Nobody believes that he's incapable of losing this election. We're keen to the level of demonry that these people are willing to pull. After all, they took a brain-dead meatbag and heaved him over the line with the most votes in American history. Anything is possible now.
And some Democrats are starting to believe the disinformation, too.
Believe the disinformation. No, what you mean is that some Democrats are waking up because they realize that they've been getting gaslit for the last 4 years, and they see their income, their quality of life all decreasing, and their grocery bill and heating bill and insurance bill increasing.
Have you noticed how sharply the polls have shifted in Trump's favor over the last couple weeks?
Yeah, he's been surging in the polls for two very specific reasons. Reason number one is that Krusty has been doing a lot more media appearances. And every second that the average American electorate gets to see of her, the more they realize how incompetent she is. Every second of airtime that a person sees of her speaking or answering real questions from actual people, the less they trust her. She's got $1 billion and the support of almost every mainstream media outlet in the country. Yet they're supposedly neck and neck and now she's dropping. It's because they're seeing what she's saying. The other major reason is because of the disastrous response to these natural disasters. Nothing will slap you in the face how incompetent an administration is like something like that. They watched ineptitude at play in real time. And then to add insult to injury, they watched how she spoke about it after the fact. And they're like, nope, I don't trust that person. Because those crunch times are when the real leaders shine. And that's what happened.
With these claims that Trump is surging with Black and Latino voters and leading in every single swing state, according to secret internal polls.
Yeah, because those people are getting hit the hardest, and they're realizing that they need to start paying attention. But look what's on the screen right there. According to secret internal polls, she has Axios, NPR, and New York Times on the screen. The most biased left-wing outlets maybe there are. Secret internal polls. Bro, it literally doesn't get more biased left-wing than those three.
Yes, this race will be far too close. Because unfortunately, we do have a fascist groundswell in parts of this country, mainly among white men, let's be clear.
Okay, you race-baiting grifter. We got a shoplifting problem, mainly among black men. We got a violent crime problem, mainly among black men. We got a murder problem, mainly black men on black men. Oh, but I can't say that, right? But you can just say there's a fascism problem with white men? Okay. The difference between our two claims is that the ones that I said actually have facts and data to back it up.
Then there's the more sinister explanation. That if Trump, Republican pollsters, and even jittery Democrats convince enough people that his victory is inevitable, how much easier would it be to claim that the election was stolen if he loses? And how much easier would it be to get his base to rise up and maybe even get violent the way they did when he lost the last time? How much easier would it be?
All right, you're done, you insufferable demon. There was far more violence in Washington, D.C. on Selection Day in 2016 than there was when Biden got in 2021. It's not even comparable. But you know that, you slithering, smarmy demon. Because if Donnie wins, you will witness the most results denial you've ever seen in history. And the stage for the supposed violent uprising will have never been more fertile than it is now. After you've been calling this person the second coming of one of the most murderous dictators in world history. If anybody is setting the stage for this, it's demons like you. You're insufferable and you're a literal serpent. I hope you enjoy your paycheck for now, you smarmy demon. You are no more than the puppet talking head of the global elite serpents who want to crush you. And as soon as you no longer become useful, you will be discarded, much like those who came before you. Enjoy your money now, demon.